Hello, my Beautiful Thousand Nation. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. If not, I hope it gets better from here. We are back with another That chapter. This one is titled something. How a Manipulator's Jealous Plot Had a Shocking Twist. Right? Yeah, right. It's been one of those days, people. It just started. All right. Oh, and just want to go ahead and let everyone know over on the Discord. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm seeing y'all talking to each other. Like it's great. It's a community, and I'm so happy. And oh, I can't. Oh, I'm so excited. Like today, I'm. This week is going to be the first week that I am actually putting up videos on it. So this week there's going to be like a llama arts, I think, and a life of luxury. So if you're really into either one of those, go over to the Discord, think about becoming a supporter, and yeah. Because like I said, you don't have to. I don't really care one way or the other. But if you want to, you can. I'm not going to tell you no. But starting this week, there are going to be videos posted up there. So, oh, I need to fix this real fast. Hold on. It's just things just don't seem right. Hold. Not that one. This one. This one. This one. It's a little better. My belly's gurgling. Hopefully the mic didn't pick that up. Oh, I have the bubble guts today. It is awful. I don't know what I ate yesterday, but it's not happy with me. There it is. Okay. Chair was fading out. All right. Okay. Now. Sorry about that. All right. That chapter, How a Manipulator's Jealous Plot Had a Shocking Twist. I'm excited. I like it when he gets into these ones because he always comes at them pretty good. I'm like, yeah, how's your tongue tasting your own ass, Poindexter? You know what I mean? I love it. All right, if you guys are excited as I am, go ahead, turn them lights down low, put on something comfy, cup with someone special. Let's get intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how this plays out.
Has he done this all by himself, Biannca? Or have you somehow encouraged him?
I didn't. I didn't encourage him. I didn't.
This is a guy that went to jail for attempted murder.
Yeah.
And you're believing him.
Do what you need to do. Concentrate, don't stuff up, pay attention.
Yeah, I will. I love you.
I know.
No, that's
We
rude.
have sex tomorrow night.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in this old video, we are off.
I love you. I know. Can we have sex tomorrow night? Damn. I mean, at least he's crossing his T's and dotting his I's. You know what I mean? You need to get it on schedule.
To the land down under. No accent this time. I really do mean it. This is a love story, but like in the worst possible way. You know,
Yes, I love stories from Australia. Like, if any of you guys have been a member of this channel for very long at all, you guys know how much I love Australia. Like, I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I have a lot of subscribers that just they're from Australia. Like even on like my Discord, a lot of them. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, love triangles we talk about pretty common on that chapter, but this one takes the cake. Or the Fosters, or whatever. This is about a person who had just unbelievable powers of persuasion, who could get people to do whatever she wanted. She could get people to do the absolute unthinkable, and that was all she thought about.
Damn.
Before we get into it, please click that little old subscribe button to see new videos every single week.
That poon must have been amazing then. get people to do whatever they want, and they're still like, hey, you mind if I put things in it? Oh, lordy.
Week now. Let's give it a go.
This lady's nipples must have like beer on tap or something. That's all I can think of.
Let me begin this old one right at the very beginning with our Biannca, and boy oh boy, rocky what a Sheila she is. See, Biannca Edmunds was born in 1986 in Tasmania, Australia, but as an early teen she moved with her mom and half-siblings to Melbourne, where our story today, folks, takes place. More specifically, the suburban area of West Meadows. It's northwest of downtown, it's mostly residential, and boasts a approximate population of about 6,500 people. It's a pretty diverse and multicultural part of the city. 20% of the population belongs to those who settled from elsewhere outside of Oz, most either being from the UK or Italy. There's this Italian-English vibe going on. North of it lies Melbourne Airport, and it has plenty of areas for outdoor sports and recreation, more
Look at
so
all
of the
that.
soccer
Oh,
and
that's
cricket
beautiful.
variety. According to TripAdvisor, one of the top 5 things you can do in West Meadows is, wait for it, you don't have to wait any longer, I'm going to tell you, get the shuttle to the airport. Nothing says great things to do here like get the f*** out. Now Biannca, Big B, Queen Bee in her mind, her upbringing, according to court documents, is quite tough, quite disruptive, but not really a whole amount is known about her. I suppose it is very hard to know about a vicious insect's early life. But the thing is about Big
Fair
B over
enough.
here is that even if she told you, you wouldn't believe her. Sadly, one buccal who did, he believed it hook, line, and sinker, was Michael Capociana. Michael was 4 years older than Biannca, a man from a large family. Michael and Biannca met in early 2013 and fell in love. After getting engaged, they quickly got pregnant, and in 2014, their son, Luca, was born. However, they had separated before his birth. Things had not been going well for a while between the two. It's said that Biannca was controlling and manipulative, and you know what I mean, you use the term "it's said" as in like allegedly. No, she was. She was controlling and manipulative. Once Michael caught on to the abuse, he shut that shit down coast to coast. She was heard bragging to her friends that she could manipulate our Mikey to do whatever she wanted to do. Mick was not having it. So once he took that power away, she got bored. You know, talking about Biannca, I have this image of a giant spider, I mean it is Australia, who like spins these webs out to all these marionettes. And once the marionette cuts the line, she just gets very, very annoyed and very, very mad. She'll spin a web to get another one, but she will never, ever forget. So, as you can imagine, the separation was hostile. It seemed Biannca wanted full custody of their child and wanted Michael to have zero contact with their son. Michael was allowed to see their son with supervised visits just once a week at first. He was then granted unsupervised visits in early 2016, and his last supervised visit was on March 11th. Booty. He would never get to experience that freedom with his son because the very next day his life was very tragically, unexpectedly, and violently ended. Glenn Cassidy was born in 1973. He was the father of 2 adult daughters already by the time he met Biannca in 2015. He worked as a heavy vehicle operator. Now Glenn, I'd say poor Glenn, but I mean he was very gullible, to the extreme, and kind of like a stereotypical doof. Reports say that, you know, he was not a very smart guy. Sharp as a cue ball, this lad. So Biannca and Glenn, they met on Tinder in 2015. Glenn was quite a bit older than Biannca herself, being 20 years her senior. Whatever the motivation or attraction there, things between the two moved quickly, and by February 2016, they were married. Probably the most attractive thing I have to say for Biannca was how easy Glenn was to manipulate and get her to do her bidding. And unlike Michael, Glenn was all too eager. See, behind the honeymoon stage that Biannca and Glenn were in was the rising tensions between Biannca and her ex, Michael. And Glenn, he was her knight in shining armor. He would take any, you know, thing said against Biannca very, very personally. He was ready to jump in the middle and fight Michael, you know, fight for his lady's honor. You know, all that sort of stuff. Now, he's likely spoon-fed a lot of anger from Biannca about what kind of guy Michael was, but Glenn was all too eager to defend her,
poor boy up for failure.
believe anything she said, all that kind of shit. He wasn't exactly, you know, saying, okay, there's a history between you two. Maybe I should just kind of stay out of it. No, no sorry, Bob. Poor Glenn, always ready to jump in to defend his lady's honor. Only problem was that Biannca was no lady. As I said, I view her, as a spider. A giant spider, like a huntsman spider, which they have in Australia, which are giant spiders. Biannca was definitely a huntsman.
That's fucked. Holy shit.
Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh, there it is! Fuck!
Now, the issue at hand was simply the custody of their shared son, Luca. Biannca had it in her mind that Michael didn't deserve any time with her son, but he had proven that not only did he want more time, but he was making the necessary
That was a really, really good one. Oh, shit.
steps to be a responsible and present father. Any wins that Michael got just seemed to anger
Made a tear
Biannca
come
more,
out.
which then angered Glenn more. It was on March 12th, 2016, that Glenn Cassidy drove roughly 2 hours from his home in Shepparton to West Meadows, a 2-hour drive, and parked his car on Riddle Street, just a few blocks away from Michael's home. He walked on foot to the home and scoped it out, ensuring Michael was there. Once he was sure that he was, as you can see on CCTV footage, he walked back to his car, and one can only guess that he armed himself and then returned to Michael's house.
Oh, shit.
What happened next is absolutely crazy, and it really seems like Glenn made absolutely no effort whatsoever to hide his tracks. Almost as if he knew what was going to happen. But I mean, he is an idiot, so. But if you wanted to hide your tracks virtually,
That's awful.
what would you do? The best way to do it? Well, the answer to that, my friends, is Nord, of course.
VPN.
I've said this time and time again, but I literally use NordVPN every single day. Almost every single story I'm researching, I will, inevitably come across. This content is not available in your location. I do one click with Nord. I ain't seen that no mo. I used a few different VPN providers before I landed on Nord, and once with Nord I've never switched. It's the best value, most reliable one out there. But it ain't just a reliable VPN. Nord doesn't only, keep your location safe and secure, hiding your IP address. Nope, that's not new slang for your toilet, it's your internet address. Nord also has incredible features like Nord's MeshNet, where you can safely connect to any other device in the world. Need to share files? Do so safely. Or how about a password manager, a data scanner? Or how about Nord's threat protection that keeps you safe from any hackers, malicious websites, trackers, phishing, and ransomware? Nord's goal is, and always has been, to make the internet better than it is today. And I think we could all agree it could be a hell of a lot better than it is today. Free from censorship, surveillance, online threats. None of that. No thanks, pal. So become safer with a click by downloading NordVPN today. And if you use my special little link, that is nordvpn.com/thatchapter, you can get an exclusive deal. Exclusive means just for you because guess what? I was talking to Nord the other day. We were having a cup of joe together and they said to me, listen, you're their favorite. Yes, you watching this video right now.
Hell
Get a
yeah.
NordVPN 2-year
Like to
plan
hear that.
and also
I love
4
being the
months for
favorite.
free right here at nordvpn.com/thatchapter. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Nord is your all-in-one internet, keep you safe thingy that once you start using it, you will never stop because it keeps you safer than ever. So once again, go to nordvpn.com/thatchapter to get a 2-year plan and also 4 months for free on top. All with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you so much to NordVPN for supporting that chapter. Now, how about you and I? We get back to it. Glenn was walking up to Michael's home, and it's gonna get wild. At that very moment, Michael and his new girlfriend, Silvana, they were inside his house, just chilling, watching TV, and they heard a on the door. Michael kind of peeked out the curtains, saw Glenn standing at his front door, and was like, oh hell, here we go. Right?
Woohoo.
This is probably not gonna end well. Michael actually went back into his kitchen. He grabbed a knife, ready to defend himself because he knew that Glenn was Bianca's attack dog. So he was ready. Walked over to the door, opens the door, and Glenn is standing there. Now, what exactly happened next, we're not sure. But Silvana would say she herself peeked out the window and saw on the front porch Glenn and Michael yapping away to each other. And she said it seemed like they were like making friends. They were kind of smiling at each other. It was like they were apologizing to each other for the last couple of months of pure shite. And at one point, they even shook hands with each other. However, that was when Glenn sprung into action and he pushed Michael inside his own house and pulled out a gun, which was a sawed-off shotgun, pointed at Michael's head. But before Glenn could even pull the trigger, Michael sprung into action with a knife. He stabbed Glenn twice in the chest. Shots were fired. Michael went down. Glenn shot him in the head with a sawn-off shotgun.
Holy
so
shit.
it would have been messy. As Michael hit the ground and there was gunshots
I've played Grand Theft Auto 5. It can get messy.
smoke in the air, Glenn realized there was actually two problems right there. See, Glenn was bleeding everywhere extremely profusely from his chest. That's one problem. The second problem was that Savannah was standing right there and had witnessed the entire event. So Glenn then aimed his shotgun at her, pulls the trigger. It goes click because Glenn had only loaded the shotgun with one bullet. That doesn't stop him. He throws the shotgun aside, grabs Savannah, and starts bashing her head on the steps. Neighbors who had overheard all of this, they quickly intervened. They pulled Glenn off Savannah. Savannah, she managed to get away. She began life-saving efforts on Michael, but there was no life left to be.
I don't think that's going to happen with the sawed-off shotgun to the face, bro. I don't think mouth-to-mouth is going to help. I don't think chest compressions are going to help. Brain transplant, that might help.
Be saved. Glenn crawled outside and quickly lost consciousness from his
God.
wounds.
Is
However,
this an actual
before he
picture?
passed away, he had these last words.
Ketchup packet. It's a ketchup
Tell
packet.
the
It's all
kids
good.
I love them. Tell Biannca
That was
I love
ketchup.
her. I shot Michael. Wow. Paramedics arrived, and in a moment of confusion, Savannah was actually arrested under suspicion of killing both men. Now remember, her brains are practically hanging out because she had just had her head bashed on a step. But police quickly realized what had happened and they let her go. To say the police were shocked when they arrived would be an understatement. They had two dead men, one heavily injured woman, and no idea what had happened. The two men had killed each other.
This is
But
wicked,
why?
bro.
Crikey, Mr. Policeman thought to himself. They had one dead bogan, and someone had cracked the shits. Fair dinkum? I have no idea what I just said. As they began their
don't think
investigation,
you
they spoke
want
with
to know.
Savannah about what she
Probably.
had witnessed. And they searched
It was funny, though. Maybe. But I don't know.
Glenn
I don't
and his
know.
vehicle. A hand-drawn map stained with blood was found on Glenn's body at the scene of the crime. A bloodied baseball cap that read, "Fear the Reaper." Big Sons of Anarchy fan he was. And a saran-wrapped schnitzel dinner were found on the passenger seat of his car.
Ooh.
Nothing like a meal on the go after committing a murder. His phone also had incriminating text
Schnitzel's the
messages
shit,
back and
though.
forth between Biannca and him. One text message came under scrutiny and was suspected to be written by Biannca as the style was completely different. Along with perfect spelling and zero mistakes, it's believed that Biannca sent herself this message, absolving herself of didn't have anything to do with this. Like the way it's almost hilariously worded. Biannca, I love you so much. You have no idea. I'm about to do something you would consider absolutely effing stupid, but I can't put up with this shit anymore. I can't be a part-time parent to Luca. If I get caught, I want them to know you had nothing at all to do with this. This is my choice, my decision. You know nothing about it. Please, I can see the stress of you losing our first baby due to him, and I could never forgive him for that. Like, hilariously written, because it's so obvious it's for others to read. My
Right.
choice, my decision. You know nothing about it. Well, she does now. On Glenn's phone, they would also find a to-do list. But whereas most people might find an errand list of groceries or mundane tasks to complete, Glenn's was rather different. It also showed his complete lack of literacy. My favorite part? Have baby, or at least be pregnant. Have as much sex as possible. I think that's on most people's lists, Glenn. Investigators would also find recorded
yeah.
calls between Glenn and
Yeah.
Biannca where they're clearly, discussing doing something like hardened spies talking
Definitely
in
want to
code.
put a couple dings
They
in it.
ain't any of that. But that's not all. It's probably the most cringe. Like I feel like when I'm listening to it, I'm gonna cringe out of existence because Glenn, he keeps telling Biannca how much he loves her, and Biannca is just like, "Yep, great." Really, just like begging for sex. She must have been like real good.
You know what? I've never, ever loved someone like I love you. I bet you look beautiful. I bet you look beautiful.
Hello.
I bet you look beautiful.
Oh. Yep.
I love you.
I know. Just don't get all funny after the job.
No.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
No, that won't happen.
I mean, I know it's a pretty mental job that you're doing, but physically and mentally and all that, don't hurt yourself. Do what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try.
Fresh you makes a calm me.
I am completely over this job. I'm over it. It's got to be.
Well, just finish it. Let the future be better.
And can we have sex tomorrow night?
I don't know, it depends if we're celebrating or not.
Oh, see,
Bye.
I love you.
Enjoy your job.
Yeah, I love you.
Concentrate.
I love you.
Concentrate. Don't stuff up. Pay attention.
Yeah, I will. I love you.
I know.
Man, fuck this lady. No.
You know he murdered this guy, but
No, I'd be like, man, you know what? If you can't even tell me you love me, how about you do it your fucking self? No, this motherfucker got some issues, bro. Like, don't sit. No. Bro. This motherfucker just using you, homie. Like, it's obvious. You're like, I love you. She's like, okay, cool. She don't give a shit about you. I don't think she gives a shit about her herself. Man, fuck that.
you kind of can't help but pity him, as he just sounds so pathetic.
He do.
Detectives are still trying to unravel the murders of 2 men in 2016. A navy blue Holden Apollo could be the vital clue as to what happened during the double homicide. A 49-year-old Shepparton man died after he was stabbed at a home in West Meadows. A 38-year-old man suffered a fatal gunshot to the head during the altercation. A 40-year-old woman was also injured and taken to hospital. It's believed the fatal incident was instigated by another person who wasn't present. Anyone with information is urged to contact police.
So Glenn took the rap for the murder, even though there was a lot of dodgy shit there, and it was a tale of murder and self-defense gone bad. For almost a year, that's how the story was sold. However, that's not to say the police didn't have their suspicions. Detectives were sure that Glenn was ordered to do this, but when questioning Biannca, they got sweet F all out of her.
Has he done this all by himself, Biannca? Or have you somehow encouraged him?
I didn't. I didn't encourage him. I didn't.
I wanted to see if I can get you to explain to me as much detail as you
I
can.
don't remember the day. I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't remember the day. I know we had a little fight, but it wasn't even a big fight.
Okay.
It was just... I don't know, it wasn't even a huge fight. I had just gotten back a few days before from Darwin because I took his mum back.
Okay. What's going through Glenn's mind is really important for us to try and understand why this incident has unfolded.
Yeah.
Why it's happened in the first place.
We all need to know,
So,
bruh.
If we can piece together what he's doing, particularly just prior to the incident, then it might shed some light on why it happened. So
My parents have spoken to me about this. They're like, maybe he got pushed to his limits. Everything with his girls and his ex and Michael and work and his mum being sick and him being sick with his cancer and
Oh shit, motherfucker had cancer too?
I think everything just, I don't know.
yeah.
He had enough. I don't know.
But in terms of his actual ability to read and write properly, wasn't that? How would you describe it? Is it
He avoided it.
okay? Is it,
Yeah.
you felt a bit uncomfortable.
He avoided it at all costs.
So my question: did you type that text message?
I did not type that message.
So you denied that you sent that text message from Glenn's
Yeah.
phone? Okay.
I did not type it.
Okay. I'm just asking you that you can either agree with it or disagree
I
with it.
did not type it. I did not type
Okay.
it.
That's all I'm asking you. And you can respond how you choose, or not at all.
And I know you spelled Luca's name wrong.
Yes. Okay. So
How?
you deny sending that text message.
Yes.
You say that you've never purchased a firearm.
I've never bought a firearm.
Okay. You've never shown anybody a firearm in the lead up to this.
No.
Okay. Have you ever asked anyone to kill Michael for you?
No.
Okay. You sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just absurd.
Well, again, it's just a question for you.
sick.
It's a question for you. You can either accept it or reject it. It's as simple as that. That's all this process is about. Okay? What would he possibly have to gain, personally? What would he have to
Oh,
gain?
fuck.
He would have gone to jail.
Man, look at these alligator
He would've
tears,
lost us
crocodile
as well.
tears.
Correct. So
He wanted us. He hated being a part-time. He called himself a part-time parent to Luca. Yet I'm the one that fought so hard to make it so it was okay. One weekend a month we were looking at for him to have him during the day, and it had to be up at Shepherd and where we were. So I'm the one that tried to make things as easy as possible for people, because he wanted a long time. He wanted weekends already in Melbourne as
Yep.
well. I was the one that went to court heaps, negotiating everything
Man, she
to the point where
is
we were both
good, ain't she?
almost happy with the result.
did you ever say in front of Glenn that you wish Michael was dead and
No,
that
I've
someone
never
would kill
wished
him?
anyone dead.
Really?
I wish people would just F off, and we were going to hopefully go to Darwin and just try and, live normal.
Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I got the Discord over there, and I can see some of y'all chatting with each other, and it just puts a smile on my face. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So you've never indicated to Glenn that you wish Michael was
I
dead?
doubt it,
Well,
because I'm not a psycho.
Whatever
Hell,
you say.
even Biannca benefited from this entire incident financially, if you can believe that. After this whole thing, Biannca sued Michael's estate, and Silvana, who was the beneficiary of it, had to pay Biannca $370,000. I guess Biannca was suing Michael's estate for like child support, even though he was dead. So Silvana literally paid her boyfriend's killer, or the person who organized her boyfriend's murder. After the deaths, Biannca, she didn't waste any time at all. No, YOLO, don't waste any time. She was back on Tinder, looking for her next victim. She came across her next partner, with whom she moved in fairly quickly. Now keep in mind, she had just been awarded a handsome sum of money, but hadn't been arrested yet. This new partner was Todd Bookham. Todd Bookham, talk about a winner. He had just done 8 years in prison for slitting his girlfriend's throat. She survived. Slitting his girlfriend's throat, stabbing his sister in a drug-induced psychosis. So Biannca decided that, yep, this is her knight in shining armor. This is the man she wants to get pregnant with, and they decide, after just a couple of months, to do just that. She
What?
told Todd that Glenn had passed away from cancer the previous year. But then the shit really hits the fan when Todd saw Biannca in the
What?
news about the whole murder mystery that had just happened. He then confronted Biannca, and she reportedly told him everything about what had really happened. Glenn obviously wasn't supposed to die. She had been sending these text messages to cover it all up. She had even drawn that map to his house. Todd would say that as she was admitting this, she had a full-on mental breakdown. At one point, Biannca even held a knife to her own throat, saying it was all too much. Unfortunately, it wasn't. The relationship, sadly, ended. Investigators, however, were still investigating the murder mystery. They began to close in on Biannca in the spring of 2018. The detective, as you can see here, calmly asking her questions, and then responding to her obvious bullshit with a, okay? You can almost like hear her gears grinding.
what are the opinion that you drafted that text message?
I did not write that.
I
didn't.
That's fine.
But if that's something that I did not write that message.
Ow.
We spoke about the map.
Yes, and I had not seen that map before
Okay,
you
that's
showed
enough.
me that day.
Your fingerprints have been found on that map.
Oh, I thought paper. It's probably from anywhere in the house.
A single sheet of paper.
We have paper, loose paper everywhere. The kids draw on them. Loose papers everywhere.
Loose leaf paper, yeah.
I did not see that map before you showed me.
Okay.
I mean, she's not wrong there. Like, I got 3 boys. They are much older now. There's not construction paper and loose leaf papers around as much anymore. It's more like trapper keepers, binders, wallets. But I mean, she is kind of making a slight valid point. whenever my boys was little, they used to draw all kinds of weird shit. It was great. It was great. But I mean, she's got a kind of a point there. I mean, then you got just one sheet of paper. There's one sheet of paper all through my fucking house. I got kids.
We have got your DNA. It's on gun.
Yeah, but you told me it could be any reason because it's on Glenn.
I've also taken a statement from a man by the name of Todd Bookham, who you previously lived with.
Yes.
And he tells us a story of a conversation he has with you after you were released. Did you have a conversation with Todd regarding the plan to kill Michael?
My plan? No, I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan. I didn't have a plan.
Did you have a conversation with Todd regarding the custody issues you were having with Luca?
There was no custody issue at the time. We were doing mediation.
Did you have
Which means you're about to have a custody issue
regarding the money from Michael's estate?
I know I was going through, I don't remember the conversation with you, but I know I was going through it at the time, the process. So I don't know if you heard anything or, but why would I talk to someone I barely even know about such important things?
Did you have a conversation with him about the map and how
No, because I didn't know about the map until you showed me. This is a guy that went to jail for attempted murder.
Yeah.
And you're believing him.
Yeah. Yeah, the murderer seems more believable than you do, motherfucker.
Well, since just recently.
Look, he went to jail. He served his time. He did a crime. He served his time. Look, if I'm a firm believer that people do fuck up, and some people fuck up really bad. But if he committed a crime, he went to prison, did whatever, and he served his adequate amount of time that a jury and a court seen fit, and he's back out and he's trying to make something out of himself, why should we not believe him? You know? You on the other hand seem shady as shit compared to a attempted murderer, bro. What the fuck's that tell you? Shady ass motherfucker.
I've been thinking about it since I found his phone again. I was thinking, I remember you questioned me, did I write that, did I type it?
Did you type that text message?
No, I did not type that message.
And it's been racking my brain, and I was thinking, how do I prove this? So I went over how I type and how he types.
Yep.
He spelled Luca's name wrong, and there's no full stops or comments.
Did you help?
Dumb motherfucker, you just saying that made you look shady as shit. Okay, you've watched a little too much NCIS, you've watched a little too much Criminal Minds. You just need to fucking quit. Bro, you are literally digging your shithole deeper. Deeper.
Plan to go to Melbourne
No.
and kill Michael?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. She did it.
I don't plan to kill anyone.
And it was in June 2019 that Biannca was arrested
You didn't plan
and
it,
tried
you
for the murder
orchestrated it.
3 years
Does that make you
after
feel better?
the deaths of Michael
Same
and
fucking
Glenn.
thing.
She was arrested for organizing Michael's murder, but there's really no two ways about this entire case and this entire story. Biannca Edmunds was responsible for 2 deaths, 2
Yes,
murders. She
100%.
is absolutely responsible for Glenn's murder.
And if
she
she's
is for
got
Michael's.
kids, she's
She had 'em
responsible
wrapped
for
around her
ruining
little
those
finger.
fuckers' lives too.
While awaiting trial, Biannca
little
had been in
things.
shared cells with 2 different prisoners who were later witnesses in her trial, and they came forward to testify that Biannca had admitted and even bragged to them about how she used kinky sexual acts, sexual manipulation, and control to get Glenn Cassidy to agree to murder her ex-partner, Michael
Stupid
Capociana.
motherfucker. You don't go bragging to prisoners about what you did.
According to them, she
They
admitted
want
to
out,
tying
too.
up Glenn, holding a loaded gun to his head, and then like sucking on the gun. While he was tied up, she would also make him tell her how he was gonna, kill for her, and she wouldn't let him, bust, until she repeated it back to him, which is honestly kind of hilarious.
A Shepparton mother at the centre of a deadly love triangle is fighting a murder charge.
Man.
Biannca Edmunds
Australians
wasn't at
get
the
kinky,
crime
bro.
scene, but she's accused
Damn.
of masterminding a lethal plot.
Got it down.
Biannca Edmunds is accused of ordering her husband to murder her former partner. It's alleged she sent Glenn Cassidy to Michael Capociana's home
That's
with
ridiculous.
a gun. The men ended up killing each other in front of Capociana's girlfriend, Silvana Silva.
Biannca endured 3 trials in total. The first was in June 2022 when the jury failed to reach a unanimous verdict. Her next trial was in August 22 and was dismissed due to issues with closing arguments. Her third and final trial concluded in December 2022. Bianca's fingerprints were found on both the hand-drawn map found in Glenn's possession at the crime scene and on the sawed-off shotgun. And let's not forget the recorded phone call between Biannca and Glenn about the job, and the text messages she admitted to others having written on Glenn's phone. And of course the motive around custody of their shared son. It all didn't really work out too well for Biannca. However, she did plead not guilty. Looks like everyone saw through her bullshit, and she was found guilty on 2 counts of murder and sentenced to 26 years behind bars.
Not long enough,
She'll be up
bro.
for parole in around 20 years.
Not
It's been
long
reported
enough,
that Biannca
bro.
is having a quote-unquote rough time in prison, so shucks for her. And also, get this, folks, she's found a new guy. She's actually getting married again. In the
prison?
summer. What a lucky guy.
Are you
I don't know if
fucking
he's a fellow
serious?
prisoner or just one of those weird
Is
quacks
that
who
even-
writes
why?
prisoners. But someone's pumping her tires, and Biannca is loving it. I can only imagine she's gonna have him like break her out of jail or something, like break her out of prison or something like that. It's
Oh,
gonna
I
be
can't
some
wait to
effed
part
up
2.
in this. But there you
Yes.
go. I mean, here, listen. She must be really good at sending voice messages. Shanae.
All right, I really enjoyed that. Damn. That was a wild one, y'all. Man, crazy shit happens in Australia, and I fucking love it, man. I mean, crazy shit happens right next door here too, but I don't know. I love Australia, I do. And I've been getting pictures and stuff like that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. That was an amazing video. I really enjoyed it. If you all enjoyed today's video as much as I did, please go down there, leave a thumbs up. While you're down there going over, slap that subscribe button, become part of Bill 5000 Nation. We do some crazy stuff here. If you want to know when that crazy stuff happens, ding that bell. It might work for you. It might not. It probably won't. But if it do, jump in on one of my premieres, go over in the live chat and be like, hey, Bill, I just want you to know, man, I was on my way home. Don't tell no one this, because, I was on my way home. Sitting at the red light. There was a cop next to me. I heard him ding. And I was like, was that me? I looked at my phone. And I'd be damned if you're ding and him. And we just looked at each other, made eye contact. And then we raced. I'm like, bro, that's fucking crazy. Do you have a video? I'll react to it. Then leave a like and dip. That's all you gotta do. I don't know where that was going. And if you would really like, you can go over to the Discord. Link's in the description. Link is at the beginning of the channel in the link list. It should be the very top one. Going over there, like I said, I've started a supporters section. $3.99. You do not have to join if you do not want to. You can still send pictures, talk, have discussions, make requests, all that good stuff. I am putting my first 2 videos up on that. If for the members and supporters who are over there who want to see it, they will be up this week. Alama Arts and A Life of Luxury. Yeah. As always, be good on one another. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Man. This lady. not even some Bill 5000 merch could have kept those fellers safe. That's all I can say. It's sad.